Thank you for joining us here at Conwell Egan Catholic High School. We are here at Conwell Egan as Archbishop Wood gets ready to take on your Conwell Egan Eagles. The Eagles coming off of two tough back-to-back losses, hoping to turn this one around today. I'm here with Matt Fitzgerald and John Roybal. And guys, we see Aubrey Kimbrell back in the quarterback slot. He did play last week, but talking with him throughout the week, he said he didn't feel it 100%. He said that he felt kind of stiff inside the pocket, not really able to move too much, and because of that, he wasn't at his best game. Talking to him on Friday, or Thursday rather, he said that he felt a lot better this week around. In order for the Eagles to have a good game here this afternoon, what can we expect to see from Aubrey at the starting quarterback role?
Aubrey is just a mobile quarterback, as we see in these past games. Right. Talking about that stiffness, he's just really going to try to use his legs today.
We would definitely need to see him move more in the pocket, being able to use those legs a little bit, and hopefully with that, we will see him have a little bit of a better game this time around. But we also see Chris Toombs back into the game today, Matt. A big loss to the offensive line over the past couple weeks. What can we expect to see from Chris in order to make this game successful here this afternoon?
I think we just have to see him give it 100%, because Archbishop Wood's a really hard team to beat, and the whole team is locked in today, and you don't want to be just not giving enough effort like the entire team. So I think he's gonna do great today.
Will definitely be our two key players to watch here this afternoon. They were definitely big losses for the Eagles over the past 2 weeks. So being able to see them is going to hopefully give the Eagles a positive outlook for the rest of the season. We'll take a quick break here in your Eagle Eye Network. When we come back, we'll have your national anthem.
For your Eagles, number 23, Dane Alsterberry. Number 64, Chase Walters. Number 0, Robin Farfana. Number 8, Aubrey Kendrill. Referee is indicating that the Eagles will receive the first half kickoff and will go from west to east. To Conwell Catholic Football Stadium. This afternoon's Catholic contest between the Vikings of Archbishop Wood your Conwell Catholic Eagles. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise for the invocation followed by the national anthem. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. God, let me play well, but fairly. Help me to learn something that matters once the game is over. Let competition make me strong, but never hostile. Please, let me help my opponent up. Or catch me rejoicing in the adversity of others. If I know victory, allow me to be happy. If I am denied, keep me from envy. Remind me that sports are just games. And if through athletics I set an example, let it be a good one. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. Archbishop Wood, pray for us. Bishop Conwell and Bishop Egan, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would ask that you salute the colors. If you are a veteran, we ask that you please salute. And we have Miss Lily Fins singing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see the dawn's early light? What so twilight gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars together streaming. That was still there. Oh, star spangled.
All right, back here on your Conwell, or back here on your Eagle Network, Conwell Egan is going to receive this one here as we are just about ready to get underway here at Conwell Egan Catholic High School. Again, Dan Connor here, joined with Matt Fitzgerald and John Roybal. All right, here we go. We are underway. This one sent downfield and through the end zone. So we have a touchback to begin this game, and Conwell Egan looking to come out strong. As we mentioned, Aubrey Kimbrough suffering from an injury the past 2 weeks. He did play last week, but was not that tight within the pocket. So he's looking to really stand out here and be able to move around here this afternoon. So Kimbrough back into this game, and so is Chris Toombs. Toombs, a big loss for the Conwell Egan Eagles during um, the past couple of weeks on the offensive line. Aubrey talked about how it made that line just a little bit weaker by not having him there, not having Toombs there over the past 2 weeks. First half of the game, it's a handoff running up the middle. There they go. On field and eventually down at around the 43-yard line.
See, that is just really something we need to see throughout this game. If Conwell Egan can keep those runs, they will be able to open up that pass game, and they will really be able to take advantage of Chris Toombs being back this game.
Definitely, it's definitely something that you have to keep up with. But guys, this Conwell Egan team becomes very predictable with play calling at times. How did he mix it up a little bit here this afternoon to kind of, throw Wood off just a bit?
You definitely don't just want to run it every time because I mean we do have a good run game and Archbishop Wood has a good defense. Um, you just don't want to run the same plays over and over again, even though they're good.
As they're blocking, bat it down, so it'll be second down now. Second and 10 now at the 43-yard line. Stab at another handoff, and Egan able to get confused there, and it'll be a nice move there for Egan now.
6-yard gain to the 39.
See, that is what I was talking about earlier with the run game. If they continue to run those plays, play before that was just not an open pass, and he already seemed to kind of force that right there. If they continue to run the ball and open up the pass game, they will be able to make those deep plays downfield.
And they make those deep plays. Third down now here for Conwell Egan. Movement there by Wood. There's the snap. Aubrey firing to the left side. He makes the completion and the first down there. Chris Toombs, the receiver there with 10:23 to go here in the first quarter.
7-yard gain to the Archbishop.
With Chris being back, you can really see that that is Aubrey Primrose's favorite target right there.
And we've seen that throughout this season that, Aubrey really going to Chris, and that's something that, he was able to take advantage of early, but it comes difficult later on. There's another run there, and a gain of about a couple here for Conwell.
1-yard gain to the 93.
Second and 9 now. There's a snap drop there, though, by Aubrey, and then he's brought back down at the 40-yard line. And guys, is it just a bad snap, or is it that little bit of an injury that's beginning to show already?
It seemed like the snap might have been low. I don't know. Maybe it was Aubrey just not being fully back to his 100% being ready to play since he's been gone, but that snap was slightly low.
Yeah, I definitely think that snap was a little bit low. I think he definitely could have controlled it way better if it was a normal snap. So it was definitely a bad snap.
I will be a long third down now, 3rd and 23, and we'll continue to watch Kimbrell as he moves around in the pocket. Again, nursing that sprained ankle, saying that he feels a lot better entering into this week after a tough loss of 48-13 against Ryan. Handed off here, going out now to the left side, and being brought down short of the first down. It was Joel Joseph with the carry. It is 4th and 9 now for Conwell Egan. Aubrey's back out there, so it looks like the Eagles are going to go for it here. They were very successful a few weeks ago here at home with their 4th down conversions now. Having Chris Toombs out there, definitely one of these main decisions to go for it here. Here's the snap. Aubrey's back. He's looking, fires it across the middle. It's tipped and incomplete. So it'll be a turnover on downs now. It'll be Archbishop Wood's ball.
I don't know if that was a really good play call right there. I think they should have probably just punted. It is a little early in the game to be forcing those 4th downs.
And Matt, you make that decision early in this game. If you're making that decision early, is there something that you're looking for from your team?
if you're making that decision early in this game, you're definitely looking for some some good routes from your team because if you want to force fourth down, you definitely have to know what you're doing on the field.
And I agree. And that is something that the coach talked about the other day. He's looking for those better routes with less mental mistakes as the first pass here from Archbishop Wood is incomplete. So it'll be 2nd and 10 now at their own 43-yard line. The 2nd and 10, that one. Handed off and brought it down. So 3rd and long here. Third and 9 here. Conwell Egan's defense, who has struggled over the past couple weeks to stop deep passing games, looking to prevent one here. Wood looking at the sideline, getting new calls here by their head coach. Here's motion. Here's the snap. Looking downfield. He has a little bit of room. He fires it to the near side, but it's incomplete. So it'll be 4th down now.
You can really see on both sides of the ball right now that both teams are really just trying to force passes right now.
All right, it's Drake Lee, the quarterback, so he's off now, and the punting team will come onto the field with 7:53 to go. So Archbishop Wood is not going to attempt that conversion right now. Abu Fafana back into the backfield as he's looking to bring back that return. Fafana, a senior, who is in his final year here, excited, and he tells us that he can't be more excited to go to the next level as this one's sent down and eventually dances out of bounds. So 7:46 to go. Both teams continuing to battle for a little momentum here. And it will be Conwell Egan's second possession here of this game. So we've had kind of beginning to that start of the game. So Egan looking to get that second possession. What are they looking to change a little bit as they get the second drive now?
Really, their run game has really just been showing how strong they are in that part of playing. Their passing has not been where it should be, and the only pass that I seen complete was the one to Chris Toombs to the outside.
Going into today, Aubrey was 9 for 22 in pass attempts. So Conwell Egan definitely need to figure out that pass game as they look to pass again. You have Fafana down the middle. Aubrey didn't see him. We find somebody on the left side, and it is waiting for the signal from the referee. And it was out of bounds. So incomplete there. It'll be 7:36 there. I will adjust that game clock for you. It was close. So it'll be 2nd and 10 here for Conwell Egan. There's a handoff there now. We're going to get a couple. Joseph carrying it again. He's had most of those possessions here. So we have a 3rd and 6 right now. Third and 6 here for the Eagles. 3 men on the right-hand side, just 1 on the left here. There's the snap. Blitz here. Fired it over. It's completed, but brought down there is Jaden Faith. And Conwell Egan's going to be short here. Better passes this time around, Matt. We see Aubrey moving a little bit better. Does it seem to be back to his normal self, or What are we looking for right now?
I definitely don't think he would be back to his normal self, but I think he's pretty close based on how he's playing right now. I mean, that was just spot on, and can't really ask more than that.
All right, and Egan not going to try the conversion here. The snap is low. The punter sends it down and moves blocked there. This one's going to be down at the 20 where it's gathered. And going to the outside there is Wood. So a nice punt, but allowed them to return it for about 20 yards here. So a nice punt to begin the new drive for Archbishop Wood. And that will go back to about 1st and 10 at around the 43-yard line.
Room 38.
All right, Archbishop Wood lining up now. So there's Drake, the quarterback. He takes it, hands it off, block there, and there was a clog in the middle. And we'll see about a gain of 3 on the play. So 2nd down now.
82. And over. Okay. I'm sure you second inning, Vikings beat the field team.
So 2nd and 8 now. Archbishop Wood looking to try to break it open here. High step, hand it off again. This time there's more room up the middle. Could have been a holding call there, but referees keep the flags in their pockets. So it'll move to 3rd down now.
3 yards to the Eagles. 36.
Another 3rd down here for Archbishop. Would be 3rd and 5 now. The Eagles looking to stop them again. They were able to do so the last time as they attempted a conversion and then eventually just punted to get the ball back to Wood and a quick 2-and-out, and hopefully now he's 3-and-out for them. There's the snap again high. Looking to pass. There's the pass to the left side. A head number from the wide, but it was just ahead of him. He wasn't able to bring that one in. So 4th down now. So the 2nd time that both teams have been unable to move the ball. It does look like, well, it did look like Archbishop was going to go for it, but now they decide to punt the ball and to send a special teams unit out.
Vikings reminder in punt formation to play for the league leaders. The reserve runs moving.
Vaughn is in the backfield here for the Eagle. There's the snap. And the punt. This one sent down and towards the right side. And it'd be stopped at an out.
Number 32.
The 3-yard line there. Nice way to kind of block the Eagles into that end zone between the end zone and the 10-yard line. A great job by Archbishop Wood able to get back there and gather that one.
This could be a problem for the Eagles. Aubrey is a quarterback that likes to hold on to the ball and try to make. If he does not let go of the ball quick enough, it could result in a safety.
We see Aubrey still moving a little bit slower right there now. Does that change the way you're going to coach that close to the end zone, or are you going to continue to do what you normally do and pray that he's able to move it a little bit better?
I think you just focus on running it out of the end zone and trying to get further away from back there.
So they two-handed it off there, but they practically go nowhere. So it'll be 2nd down now. Second down now, about 4 minutes to go here. Still scoreless. This one handed off again. Going to try to go up the middle, but then he danced to the outside and get a little bit of extra yardage there. So a nice job there, and that'll move us down to 3rd down. 3rd down with 3:45 to go here.
5-yard gain to the 8. 36 Eagles at their own 8-yard line.
So 3rd and 6 now, back at the 8-yard line, as you heard our public address announcer, Dave Luke, state. Long huddle here now, and we actually see number 22, Steven Slifka, come into the game. So it's going to be Slifka back there now. Slifka thinks that hands it off. He goes in the middle, and is enough for a first down. It is. So Conwell Egan able to get the first there.
It looks like Aubrey will be out for a little bit. It looked like on the play before this one, he was hit on his slide.
That was something that he talked about on Thursday. He said if he gets in that danger to try to prevent an injury, he was going to try to slide early to take himself out. But looked like it might not have worked. But he is back there out there again, limping along the way. So Slifka out. Aubrey can roll back in. And we'll keep a close eye on him as he did come back out kind of slow. So we'll pay attention on how this one's going to go now with 1st and 10 with 2:32 to go. There's that fake handoff going to the near side, and it's completed and another first down. And Chris Toombs is the receiver there. How important is it, Matt, to have Toombs back in that lineup here today?
I think it's very important because he's a very essential person for this team.
I agree, definitely an essential player for us, and a player that really is able to kind of move the ball when you need to, and be that open man also when things get a little bit rough.
Also, that connection between Aubrey and Chris is just something you don't really see much at this level. To have a connection so strong and to be able to know where the wide receiver is going to be at all times is something that you can really take advantage of.
Fake handoff there, pass to the outside, and he's eventually brought down. And I agree there. Something that you can take advantage of to have that type of player in this game. So 2nd down now here for Conwell Egan, and the pace this possession around seems to be a lot better. Starting back at their own 8-yard line, able to move it up now. They still have a little bit more to go, but we definitely see a better pace overall. Aubrey off the field again. Steven Slifka back in now. Moving in the backfield here by Archbishop Wood. Steven takes it, hands it off, and we'll see a gain of a few there. So 3rd down. Under a minute to play here in his first quarter. There's a snap, another handoff. It was Aubrey Kimball back in, and falling short there is Joseph Batali. So it will be what appears to be about 4th and 1. Well, that is the end of the first quarter here. It's still a scoreless game. And with that, we'll take a quick break here on your Eagle Eye Network. All right, getting ready to head into the second quarter here at Conwell Egan Catholic High School. We are still scoreless. It will be about 4th and inches to begin this second quarter. Matt, what have we seen from Eagles so far in that first quarter? What did they do that was well? What do they need to improve on entering the second quarter and really gain that momentum now?
I feel like once we got our second possession, I think that our running game was a lot better, even though we had short plays, gaining only little yards. Running game was definitely a little bit better. Passing, um, it's been okay, but I feel like our running game's definitely been a little bit better.
One thing I have also noticed during this game is that Aubrey has not been looking Abu's way very much this game. With Chris Toombs being back, I think he's fully relying on his wide receiver that was injured. Coming back.
All right, agree. And 4th and inches now, as I said, to begin the second quarter. It's 12-minute quarters here in varsity football. It is Aubrey out there. We see the flip out a few times. Motion there by the Eagles. There goes the boot. There's the snap. A quick one-handed pass to the right side, and that's enough for the first down, but then a flag back behind the play. So we'll see if that comes back. It was Joseph with the carry there. A 5-yard gain, but we'll see if that's going to come back the opposite way now. We got a holding right now. Looks like they are signaling that hold will be on the Eagles. If that is the case, and it is a holding here on Conwell Egan. So you see their punt team come on now. Dane Alstonberry will take the punt now. So special teams on. And not, game that we saw very few penalties so far now. Actually, the first of the game, better than what we saw the past couple weeks where Egan really receiving a flag every few seconds. So a big hurt here for Kyle Egan, but they're at any spot now where hasn't really put them in too much danger. Their defense can come back out strong. Then they shouldn't have too much of a power. Alsterberry's in the back. Takes it. It's a low snap again, and that's not going to allow him to get a good punt on the ball. As this one's going to be inside the 40, and Conwell Egan's going to hope that it rolls back just slightly, and it will to about the 36-yard line.
See, that is just what's really killing the special teams for the Eagles right now. Those low snaps, those punts are getting it real close to getting blocked.
And we see multiple low snaps there, and you begin to wonder if there's miscommunication going on, or if ball maybe a little bit slippery, whatever is going on out there. But Egan definitely needs to make that communication better when it's coming to these snaps right now. So 2nd and 1 here, or first down rather here, second quarter. There's a snap, fake handoff. They're looking to fire. They threw to the left side. And it's completed there. A strong attempt there. And we saw that before. They were unable to connect, but that one right into the hands of the receiver.
Yeah, the safeties just really can't let those players downfield. That was just an amazing play by Wood, I think.
That was probably the best play of the game so far. I can't even lie.
Definitely probably one of the better plays right there. A 29-yard completion.
Game number 31, 2nd and 6. Archbishop Wood got the Conwell Egan tablet. 30-yard.
But Archbishop will do at least in field goal range if they can't get anything going right now. There's that. Handed off. Moving up the middle there with ease. And Archbishop would dance it down a little bit more. And it was Mackay Fletcher with the carry.
Second row game to the 24. First word of Conwell Egan Catholic. 24.
1st and 10 now. 24-yard line here for Archbishop Wood. Movement is there. Snap. Fake handoff. Fires it to the near side and brought it down there. As that one was given off to David Robin.
Six-yard gain to the 18. Second and 4. Hogan got the equals.
So we see Archbishop will come out. It seems like they have that momentum here in the second quarter right now. About 9:43 to go. The snap handed off again, but not really able to go anywhere. It's going to put himself David, and it's number 20 there.
Down for the Vikings. That's number 19.
Third down now. Snap. Fires it. Open man there and brought it down quickly with Kenny Montgomery. As he had a little bit of open field. It's a good thing the Eagles defense were there as they had that open slot through the end zone. Fourth down now. No gain. Fourth and 4, and Archbishop Wood's going to go for it now. Questionable decision. You get 3 on the board if you're Wood, but they want the first down and the touchdown here. Movement there. Drop back. Looking. Fired it. Open, man, and a touchdown there for Archbishop Wood.
That looks just like very bad miscommunication by the Eagles right there. That should not have ever been an open man in any situation.
Definitely too much of open situations there as they really left Archbishop Wood wide open to Egan. It was something that, you kind of talked about last week. That defense hasn't been as tight. And we saw that here, leaving an open man and allowing Wood to be the first one to score here this afternoon. The extra point is up, and it's good. So we'll take a quick break here on your Eagle Eye Network. It is 7-0 Archbishop Wood. All right, Eagles down 7-0 right now. That one sent all the way through the backfield into the end zone, so a touchback down. Yeah, 1st and 10 for the Conwell Egan Eagles at their own 20. What do you need to do now if you're Conwell Egan to bounce back?
What they have really been struggling on are those chunk plays, those pass plays that really get them those good yards to get those first downs. They have just been really forcing the run and haven't been getting all the yards they need. And that has been causing them to force plays such as screen plays and deep balls down the line.
I agree, and I think that predictability has kicked in a little bit again if you are Conwell Egan. Running game definitely, the very few passes, and the passes that we really have seen thus far really have come out with Slifka back there. Kimbrough with a few, but Steven with most of those passes here this afternoon. 8:09, you get down by a touchdown. Colby Kimbrough in the back. Takes a snap. Takes the handoff. Fires this one across. It's caught, but then immediate brought down there is Steven Zaner. Nice play there by Conwell Egan. Another first down here for Conwell Egan. Down the near side goes Stainer again, and a um, yards there for him, and another first down for Conwell Egan. So they're moving the ball a little bit better now in the second possession of the second quarter. 23-yard gain there.
First down and 10, Eagles at Vikings.
Conwell Egan set back up now. That handoff there again, and then brought down now over the side. It's Batali there.
Really a good momentum by Conwell Egan right there. Just really picking up those yards. Seems like Aubrey has completed those last two plays. I think he just really had to get to the momentum of things, really loosen up, try to get ready for this game. But he was just came out just too tight and was just not really trying to make big plays.
And the one thing that he did talk about was that mental capacity coming back from an injury and being worried that, it could quickly happen again. He's looking to pass again, but unable to really get the ball out of his hand. So it's brought down. Second down now here for the Eagles. So if you're Conwell Egan, you're not getting that ball back to begin after halftime here, Matt. How do you want to use clock management here in these potentially the last drive right now if you're Conwell Egan?
You definitely wanna. I mean, the second half. I don't really know.
How do you use clock management on your advantage right now here in your potential last drive of this first half?
You really just want to try to take up a big chunk of that time that's left. You don't want to give Wood that time to really march down the field and score a touchdown. I really think you should just work on your run play and just try to work the run.
We see a timeout call there by Archbishop Woods. So they're definitely paying attention to what Conwell Egan's doing and getting the idea of them trying to kill as much time as they possibly can here. Join us on Wednesday night at Kickoff as we have a fundraiser for NCYC conference in Indianapolis from 6 to 8 at Kickoff. For more information, please see our social media pages, and you can also email Matt Smith, our campus minister. Tickets should be bought ahead of time. It's $20 for 2 hours of Topgolf with free drinks. So join us Wednesday night from 6 to 8 to support our youth going to NCYC in just a little over a month. Third down now here. Eagles looking to get a conversion. Snap. Looking at the near side, fired long and surrounded there. And sent out of bounds. We do see a flag, so possible pass interference here. And it looks like that is eventually what is going to be called. So that will now waiting here. A couple different signals going on. There was a pass interference call. That looked like a holding by one referee. Let's see the first call. And it is a personal foul against the Viking. So not a pass interference, but personal foul, a 15-yard penalty, and a first down for Conwell Egan. So we saw Conwell Egan take a penalty that really hurt them. We see Archbishop Wood now. If you're Conwell Egan, you really got to take advantage of it and score to put yourself even and take advantage of mistakes that are happening. There's a handoff down the middle. Eventually brought down. There's Joseph. Second down, 3-yard game now. Have an official timeout now. The Vikings 25 now here. Conwell takes a snap, fires it quickly, and it is connected. And getting a few more yards there is Chris Toombs before he's eventually forced out of bounds. So Toombs being that open man, and you have not heard much of Fufana this afternoon. Chris Toombs back. That has always been Conwell's man at this point, and it's continuing to show. So the Eagles continue to march down at the 18-yard line with a first down, 4:58 to go, and the Eagles looking to tie it up. Snap, handoff, and not really going to go anywhere there before right down. So I'll take a loss here. I get down now. Moving there's Kimbrell, and he's brought it down back behind now. So rushing there was Archbishop Wood, and did not see Kimbrell move that well as he tried to dance out of danger, but he was unable to. How efficient has this Conwell Egan team been on third downs, especially as they get ready to head into Newman Goretti and then Archbishop Carroll, or who are the two teams that they must beat to make districts?
They really need to work on those third down conversions. Those are crucial parts of the game. Most teams need to really work on getting those first downs, because if you do not get those first downs, you would just be lagging behind the rest of the game.
All right, and there you go there, another third down, and brought right down where the Eagles, it was Joseph carrying the ball. There's a flag on the play. There's a flag, though, down on the field with 3:22 to go. Eagle shot block against the Eagles. So it's like against Conwell Egan. It's fourth down. The Eagles are staying back out there with their offense. It is fourth and long. And it gets past them. Kimbrell tries to fall on top. But they fumble there. Questionable decision, and then you have something like that. How does that affect your momentum and your confidence going into that second half?
That is just a big confidence shift right there for Auburn. He has been not the greatest today during this game. As we've been talking about before, those low snaps just really affect this team. It finally has resulted in a turnover.
I mean, if you're Conwell Egan right now, do you think that your quarterback has been able to read the defense well? And if so, what seems to be the issue right now?
I say sometimes he can read the defense well, but there's just some plays that he just doesn't, and it leads to a sack or a turnover, like what just happened. And I think he just needs to read the defense a little bit better, maybe throw the ball out if they're coming at him.
Definitely needs to contain himself a little bit, be a little less mobile out there, and trust his offensive line, and they have him. So a turnover now, and the Archbishop will get the ball at about the 48. Conwell, you get 48. They're already out by a touchdown right now. There's a snap. And a running game, but brought down relatively fast.
We're in game 36, second and 0 Vikings at the Eagles 36.
Second and 8 now, 2:27 to go here. Here's the snap. Wide open on the near side. They're able to connect. It's there, and he breaks one tackle before he's brought down just a few yards ahead.
The 11-yard gain on the 35, and an Archbishop Wood first down. First down at 10, Archbishop Wood. That's a Conwell Egan cap open. 35.
Archbishop Wood with control of this game right now. They fire it over to the far way. They have it completed, and it's eventually danced bounds there with 1:41 to go. So for Conwell Egan, you're looking to figure out how to slow this team down, and we've seen this over the past couple weeks. The defense able to have full control in that first quarter, and then they start to kind of tail off as we get into the second quarter of the game. 1:41 to go now. Second down. Motion, the snap. And it is completed.
7-yard gain to the 20-yard line. First down and 10 Vikings at the Detroit 20.
We're looking to go by 2 possessions. There's a fired one over to the near side, running in, breaking 1 tackle on 2, and a touchdown for Archbishop Wood. The flag back, so this one may be coming back now. Looked like a holding call here on Archbishop Wood.
A 10-yard stop landing.
So that one comes back now, so it remains 7-0. Archbishop Wood's coach is on the sideline, a little confused now. They bring this ball back.
Spotted back at the 30-yard line. First down and 25 for the Vikings at the Eagles 35.
The first down here, 25 to go. A lot of confusion going on, a lot of communication between the referee and the 2 coaches. And Conwell Egan arguing something over there in the far side. The referees are now we're going to gather. A 1:15 to go in this second quarter. For the Eagle Eye Network, as we will be having a fall fundraiser at Shady Brook Farms. You can find more information on our Instagram page, or you can email eagle.eye@conwellegan.org. All right, back to go now. There's motion. There's the snap. Well, the touchdown. It was taken away on a holding call. This one fired over the near side and is completed there. As he was able to keep both feet in, so a completion there, and Wood able to drive further back up the field.
See, the defense is just giving way too much space to those wide receivers. For Archbishop Wood, they're just letting the players just run all over the field without a man on top.
Yeah, more in that zone coverage right now. Egan definitely needs to tighten things up heading into that third quarter. Snap. Fired it towards the end zone and all the way through, so incomplete there. And Egan able to live another day now. So we 3rd and 5 now. So we talked about the Eagles and their third down conversion. How has Archbishop Wood been in that third down conversion here this afternoon?
Wood has really been working those third down conversions real well today. That is just one big difference between these teams that we have seen so far, and that's why the score is the way it is.
Man, you play that team sport, that soccer kid, where you really have to have that strong communication on the field. Are we seeing that right now from the Eagles where you have that lack of communication where things are just a little over the place, or is it more fatigue or maybe skill level at this point that's preventing them from really tying things in and stopping Wood from marching down the field?
I'm not gonna say we're not communicating, but I definitely think we could communicate better because of the open men on Woods' offense. I mean, we got lucky that there was a flag on the touchdown there because he was wide open and went right in. So I definitely think there could be a little bit more communication.
I agree. And you usually don't see Conwell Egan play that man-to-man coverage until late in the game. It may be beneficial for them to play now. Right now, only down by a touchdown. Wood dancing on the or knocking on the door of putting this up by a 2-possession game. 1:02 to go. Movement there. There's the snap. Looking, fires it towards the end zone again, but that one again is incomplete. So we'll go into 4th down as Jaden Boehner is able to block that one there. Looks like the offense is staying out there. If you're Conwell Egan, what are you doing? How are you stopping them from getting in the end zone?
Really just want to make sure you have that man coverage. You do not want to leave any player open.
Moving again. Looking to have a man open in the end zone, but they did not see him, and it would be completed there. Okay, any first down here. Archbishop Wood.
In the first half. 50 seconds remain in the second quarter. Archbishop Wood 7, Conwell Egan 0 score.
First down and goal now here for Archbishop Wood. Snap, looking over the far way. They're able to complete it, but tripped up there. Is Kenny Montgomery, so he's going to be short of a touchdown right now.
Second down and goal. Vikings at the 5.
Second and goal now. Snap, looking, firing it in the end towards the end zone, and it's a touchdown there. So we see Archbishop Wood right now going to go by 2 possessions on this one.
This is going to be a big factor in the second half. Conwell Egan giving the ball to Archbishop Wood with that low snap earlier gave them the ability to put the score 14-0 coming up. And going into the second half, Archbishop Wood will be getting the ball back, potentially putting the score 21-0.
Extra point is up, and it's good. So it is 14-0, and with that, we'll take a quick break here on your Eagle Eye Network. High 14-0 right now as Conwell Egan looks to get the ball back with about 19 seconds to go. They're going to give the ball to Archbishop Wood to begin the second half. That's one setting down. Eagles have it. They're going out to the far way now towards the middle. They're not really going to get a gain of much there here with 13 seconds down. What adjustments are you making if you're Conwell Egan going into the second half of play?
That communication with the center and the quarterback really needs to be improved in the second half. Those low snaps have been hurting Conwell Egan this all game.
I agree, low snaps and lack of coverage if you're on the defensive side of things. And we'll take a knee, and that's how we will end this first half. So, if you're Conwell Egan, you're down by 14 right now. You had a good drive the first time, or the second time around, rather, unable to capitalize. You now find yourself down by 2 possessions going into the second. Again, we talked about, those slow snaps really hurting Conwell Egan, the miscommunication, right? And then we see a lot of these players coming back off of injury, but really having no effect on that game, on this game right now. If you're Conwell Egan, what tempo do you need going into the second half for you to dictate that game?
I think you need that mentality that you want to win, because this is Archbishop Wood. This is the team that you want to beat right now. And you're down by 2 possessions. You just gotta have that mindset that you're gonna win, and you gotta get those 2 touchdowns back, and because you got 2 quarters to actually get those. And our offense isn't even doing bad right now. I think they're actually doing pretty good. It's just that Archbishop Wood's defense is really good.
I agree. Archbishop Wood's defense is really keeping a close, tight knit on them, as their offense isn't looking all that bad, but Wood's defense just slightly better. Every sports game is all about perception, right? So we talk about the perception right now. If you're looking at Conwell Egan, what perception are they giving you as we get ready to enter into 2 important games? One against Newman Goretti and the other one against Archbishop, which will be our homecoming game here at home. They need to win both to make districts. What perception is this team giving you right now? Can they do it with what they're doing right now? And if not, how do they turn that perception around to their fans?
As of right now, with the way they are playing, with the communication between the line, letting players just run right to the quarterback, I do not see them making two big things they need to fix is communication and not being predictable on the play. You do not want to run the same play over and over again, as we've seen that is something Conwell Egan will tend to do. And the communication between the players from Conwell Egan just has not been where it needs to be.
All right, and with that, we are headed into halftime. It is Conwell Egan down 14-0 here at Conwell Egan Catholic. We'll be back with your second half action in about 15 minutes. Back here live on your Eagle Eye Network. It is the start of the second half of this game as Conwell Egan right now trails 14-0. All right, Matt. Besides tight defense and better communication, what are the top two things that you need to see from this Conwell Egan team in the second half in order for them to be successful?
Two things that I need for them to be successful. Definitely better passing from our quarterback because he had a lot of bad passes. So I think he needs to get them straight. And then the second thing could be on defense, probably man covering better because they definitely let a lot of men open, which led to some 2 touchdowns. And yeah, they need to fix that.
I agree, and I'm also Conwell Egan looking for better snaps. They've been low, they've been high, they've kind of been all over the place at this point. So if you're Conwell Egan, man coverage, better communication, better snaps, and you should be successful here in the second half. When we come back, we'll have the start of the second half of this ball. Archbishop Wood's going to receive the ball here first in the second half. If you're Conwell Egan, you may start to kind of be questioning that at this point. They did win the coin toss. They deferred. Now they find themselves down 14-0. Defense needs to be tight. Communication needs to be key in order to prevent them from going down by 3 possessions early in this second half of play. Next game will be away next weekend at Newman Goretti at Widener University, and here is kickoff. And there's a flag there. That didn't take long. See what the call is here. An offsides call there, so a 5-yard penalty, and then we'll redo the kickoff now. There we go. It's got it there at the 21. Archbishop will move up the far side. They have open field. They get all the way back down to the 50. They get 2 to go. They're breaking one tackle and another. Tripped up there, and Archbishop Wood is brought down at what appears to be the one. Looking to see a big angle here in the far side of the booth, and he was brought down at the 2. So not the way you want this one to start if you're Conwell Egan, and how does that kill you here in the second half?
Yeah, that just really kills you. I mean, you start the half off looking to come back after letting up 14 points, 2 touchdowns, and you almost let up one right here.
Definitely a momentum killer there if you're Conwell Egan. This one a block, so nothing there.
Second down and goal.
Second and 3 now, 11:16 to go, 14-0. Archbishop Wood. They're knocking on the door again. This one handed off, and it is a touchdown for Archbishop Wood. So Archbishop Wood comes out strong. We turn the ball all the way back to the 2, and then a handoff on the second down allows them to get this a 3 possession gain and go for the extra point here now. That extra point is up and good. So it is 21 nothing, and with that, we'll take a quick break here on your Eagle Eye Network. Twenty-one nothing now here in the third is Conwell Egan finds himself down by 3 possessions as Wood was able to score in 58 seconds of the start of this third quarter. Abu Fafana back in the backfield now. There's the kickoff. So I'll take it at the goal line now. Move up with it over the far away. It's eventually going to be knocked out of bounds at around the 20. First and 10 now. There's snaps handed off as the Eagles are brought down relatively quickly there. Something that you kind of highlighted throughout this game, John, is special teams. We saw the return kickoff there, so again, not the best performance by them. How important is your special teams in high school football? I mean, we don't hear from them a whole lot. We talk about the NFL, but in high school football itself, how important is that special teams going to be for your team?
They're just a very important part of high school football. They set up the entire rest of the drive for your offense, or set up your defense on how far back to that team.
Definitely a more important piece than what you would see in an NFL game is we have third down now. And, the one concern that we did have going into this was that Conwell Egan would find themselves down by 3 possessions early. I don't think we saw that it would be this early as they have the ball with on third down, moving in the backfield now. Kimbrell's still out there. He hands it off again. Going to the outside. They got the first down, and they're going to be brought down about the 39-yard line. So first down here for Conwell Egan. There's a snap handoff again. And the line right back up the middle, but brought down there is Conwell Egan. So get down another running play here, and again, Egan not able to get far as Joseph was the carrier. So we have not seen a pace yet from Egan to begin this drive. There's communication here by Archbishop Woods and a player run off, come back off, then he's back out there again. Here's the snap. We'll see the first pass here from Kimball. He's being rushed and he's just going to fire it ahead. And it's incomplete there with 7:42 to go.
Conwell Egan's offensive line has just been really struggling to hold back those rushers.
Yes, it's as if, Chris Jones hasn't returned, right? That was the thing that they had talked about over the past couple weeks was, not having Toombs in there. And now we see him back out. And fourth down. That's going to force Conwell Egan to punt the ball here. Hit by Alistair Berry. He's going to get down and roll out at about the 15-yard line. Take a quick break here on your Eagle Eye Network. It is Archbishop Wood 21, the Conwell Egan Eagles 0. Archbishop Woods offense back out there for the second time. They had it easy the last time around as they were able to gain possession on the 2-yard line after the kick return by their special teams. They're up 21-0 right now. Here's the snap. Handed off there. Open middle and breaking one tackle. Eventually brought it down at the 25-yard line. So the one thing that Coach O'Hara talked to me about this past week was this idea of mental mistakes. How his team's making quite a few, and he wanted to limit them. We see quite a few mental mistakes here this afternoon. And it definitely has to be a psychological game at this point. How do you break yourself out of that psychological game, Matt, when you continue to make these mistakes?
You just gotta stop getting in your head. I mean, you make one bad play, let up your team, you really get down on yourself there, and you just can't let that affect you because that affects your team, like pretty much you the rest of the game, and it's a really big factor staying out of your head.
I agree, and it's definitely easier said than done to stay out of your own head, but those psychological factors do affect your game and force some really miscommunicated plays and plays that may not have been made if both sides were on their true game here. So second down, or third down rather, as this one's fired ahead and bobbled and dropped there, so another incomplete. So great play there, and defense is about to force a 4 and out here, John. What is different right now than what we've seen in the first half?
That secondary has just really been closing in on the wide receivers for Archbishop Woods so far that we've seen, and that is just a big part of what was causing the defense for Conway to leave those players wide open. You be on your man and make sure he does not get open. Leave too much space, and they're just going to run all over the field and march it all the way down the field.
I agree with you there. Who's going to let that one roll? Is Archbishop Wood surrounds it as they'll put a hand on the ball. So 6:27 to go here in this third quarter. Conwell Egan's going to get another chance as they are down Bite 3 possession. First and 10 here for Conwell Egan now. Snap. Hand it off. And the Eagles not really able to go anywhere there. It's Joseph with the ball. How much longer do you give your run game before you start switching it up a little bit here in the third?
Their run game has been working very well throughout this game, but they have not been able to open up the pass. So they must keep running the ball until they open up those receivers.
Second down now here for Conwell Egan. Moving over to far side. Snap. Backing up there is Aubrey. He's moving as he was left open again and eventually brought down back behind the 30.
8-yard loss back to the 29.
And see, those are just mistakes that cannot happen this late in the game. You're down 3 scores, and you need to get the ball out of your hand if you're this far down. You can't force a sack, and you can't give up the ball. You need to make your way down the field and score at some point in this quarter.
Third and long now here for Conwell Egan. Takes it back. Wood rushing again. Aubrey able to dance out a few tackles. He's trying to move up, but he's eventually brought back down behind the line. So Archbishop Wood, 2 very successful blitzes, both on second and third down. That does not allow Aubrey Kimbrell or the Eagles to go anywhere.
Offensive line has just really been collapsing so far these last few plays, and they're just letting the rushers get right to the quarterback.
I agree. Here's a punt. It's a punting team out there for the Eagles now. Alsterberry in the back. He's getting his work in this afternoon. This one almost blocks sent downfield. It looked like it might have been tipped as the way the ball rotated through the air. It's a short punt that'll be touched at about the 48-yard line. So Conwell Egan finds themselves down 21-0. They need to find something going here in its third quarter. All right, Archbishop Wood with possession now. There's movement. There's the pitch back. Over near side, and he's eventually brought down at around the 46-yard line.
Egan's defense just can't really keep up with the offense of Wood. I mean, let up 3 touchdowns, our defense, and their offense is so explosive, and their run game is just amazing, and we can't really keep up with that.
Second down here now. Snap, they're going to pass. They fire this one downfield, but Kenny Montgomery not able to get to that one. It's just overthrown to him. Third down now.
Kings. The Eagles flew by.
Behind. Incomplete pass there. Fourth down now, and special team will come out.
Line up in formation, back deeper. Eagles over zero. We got boom for fun.
With a fun in the backfield, he's going to grab it and tries to go to the outside. The outside way. He's brought down and around the 20-yard line. Conwell Egan is looking to get a better second drive here this third quarter. Third down for Conwell Egan now. Cameron fires it over. It's completed. Chris Toombs, the receiver there. Second down here for Conwell Egan now. 2:05 to go here in this third quarter of play. Eagles still scoreless. This one sent back. Moving their way there is Aubrey. He's dancing and he'll eventually come out of bounds over to the near side now. So we see a lot of pressure on the quarterback here this afternoon. That blitz frequency is being relatively key for Archbishop Wood here this afternoon.
With round 19.
How do you clog up that middle loop? First, I'll prevent that. But what do you have to do if you're a quarterback to kind of stay in that pocket and be successful at that role when Archbishop Wood's coming after you pretty much every play?
Archbishop Bryant, yeah, they're definitely coming after you every single play. If you want to stop that, I mean, the one thing you have to do is definitely just read their defense a little bit better because I mean they're blitzing every other play, and that's really hurting Aubrey. And yeah, I think you just have to read the defense a little bit better.
This is incomplete. Intended for number 5, Gene Fenner. For the 9 Eagles at round 19.
So incomplete pass there. And it will be fourth down and special teams back out here again.
See, those negative plays are just really hurting Conwell Egan right now. They have just been hurting on those sacks and just like letting the edge rushers really push right through that line and just not giving Aubrey any time to work with the ball.
All right, and you're at the point in this game where it's not looking all that great for you. Like I said, we talked about, Newman Gretty's. That one is blocked.
Hit the puncher.
It hit the punter as they were going down. There's a flag there. So it's a deflection that says the near side, but then they hit the punter. We're waiting here now.
Running into the kicker against the Vikings.
So you get a running into the kicker call there against Archbishop Wood.
15-yard penalty.
So 15 yards and a Conwell Egan first down. And if you're Conwell Egan now, you get the ball back. Do you keep up with the same game here, or do you try to change out the offense a little bit to see what may work to allow you to try something different going into next week?
So far, Conwell Egan has gone through 3 whole quarters almost, and nothing has really been working. They have still yet to find the end zone or even find a field goal. And honestly, they just need to start switching it up, surprise the offense, and that is a drop pass by a bird.
And right there, you see a little bit, right? Aubrey really not firing that ball long, just slightly behind Abu Fafana there, which did not allow him to carry that one in. But it is a second down now with about 90 seconds to go here in this third quarter of play. High snap there. Aubrey came ready to grab it, but Wood moving, and he is eventually brought down a near side out of bounds. We do see a flag out there.
His indication is
Appears to be a holding call. It is on the defense against the Eagles. And with that blitz, it's really thrown that offensive line off a little bit as they're trying to protect Aubrey. They're going to decline this penalty here, which will eventually move it now to third down.
started at the 29-yard line. Third and 15 for the Eagles.
Third and long now. Snap goes all the way through. And eventually brought back down there. And there's another key error there.
You can really just tell that this game has really gotten to the players now at this point. They have kind of just given up and haven't been having that communication that they've been all game. And they have just really given up at this point.
And you're right. We talked earlier about that perception, right? The perception of, one, being confident when you're out there, but two, staying in the game. It doesn't matter how much you're down at this point, but you really need to play that game, put that good persona on, because it's only going to affect you as you move into the next couple of weeks. Also, right back out now. He'll punt this one down without being touched. It's a weak punt that is eventually touched about a 38-yard line. With that, we'll take a quick break here on your Eagle Eye Network. There's a snap to hand it off there. Archbishop Wood's moving up. They have an open range downfield, eventually brought down. As easy movement there. This one's going to carry us into the fourth quarter, and as we head there, it will be Archbishop Wood 21 and your Conwell Egan Eagles nothing. Help support the Conwell Egan Catholic High School Broadcasting Club. We are teaming up with Shady Brook Farms and during their fall fest that'll run through the end of October. Scan the QR code on your screen, takes 10% off your ticket, and gives us a kickback. All proceeds go to the Eagle Eye Network as we continue to expand the fast-growing club. Our next game will be next weekend, Saturday, as the Conwell Egan Eagles take on the Newman Goretti High School as a 7 p.m. game. It's also the first night of the NLDS, so we'll be battling for time there as well. First down here now for Archbishop Wood as they carry the ball ahead. Second down now.
We're game then 13, second and 7. Archbishop Wood of become 13.
Archbishop Wood are up 21-0. They're going to run the ball again. Gaining much there as they're brought back down.
Ball carrier.
Third down now here for Archbishop Wood.
We're game number 9, third three, Archbishop Wood at 9.
All sides here against the Conwell Egan Eagles.
Step.
With that penalty, we gave Archbishop Wood an automatic first down. Low snap there, but a quick handoff allows Wood to move up, but they will get the touchdown as it is now. $27-0.
Lineup for the point after touchdown converting.
Extra point is up, and it's good. So 28-0 now here, Archbishop Wood. We'll take a quick break here on your Eagle Eye Network. Booth finally here in the backfield now for Conwell Egan. It's 28-0 with 10:13 to go here in this fourth quarter of play. Goddard moving up there with it now is the Eagles. They're going out to the far side, and they're eventually brought down and around the 25-yard line as it was Vitale there. So your Conwell Egan, right now you have a lot of younger classes. We have an injury down on the field. So injury down on the field is Archbishop Wood player that's down. The trainer is out. But you look at this Conwell Egan team, you're going to see a Boo Fafana get ready to graduate. He's going to go off and along with a few other seniors as well, Ryan Nars and Chris Toombs. How important is their role right now to prepare these underclassmen to step up over these next couple of years?
The main role for them as of right now is to just really teach those underclassmen how they can stay in a game when they are down, such as right now. It's all mental at this point, and it's just trying to not make mistakes and prepare yourself for the next week.
First and 10 now for Conwell Egan at their 25-yard line. There's a snap. Hand it off. Going to the outside there, the Eagles. There's few spin moves by Joseph, and he is able to gain a few to force us into a second down situation. Second down for Conwell Egan.
Again to the third force. Eagles from third floor.
Second and 1 into the 9-yard gain there by Vitale. There's a snap, fake handoff, and Aubrey being rushed again and brought down now. Third down. A timeout here by Conwell Egan. So Conwell Egan right now, you're going for anything during this timeout, or is it more just to give your quarterback a break?
Honestly, this late in the game, you're down 4 scores. Take your quarterback out, rest him. He was injured not even 2 weeks ago. And you just want to give him time to prepare for the next week mentally and physically.
I agree. Still a little slow out there is Aubrey. You can definitely tell that he probably re-injured something on one of those last plays as he hands it off here and able to get the first down is Conwell Egan. Joseph again.
Your game of the NFC Stars. First down and 10. Conwell Egan up around 9.
Another handoff and a few more yards here.
Your game of the foot lines. Eagles at 9:49.
Snap. This will fire to head in the first down again for Conwell Egan. Jaden Thainer, the receiver there.
First and 10. Eagles at the 15.
You can finally move the ball somewhat well here. 2 first downs now. Snap. Throwing again. While we're looking, he has to move out. He's being rushed. He moves ahead and is brought down back behind the line of scrimmage.
That has just really been hurting Conwell Egan, just holding onto the ball way too long. You need to get rid of the ball. You only have a few seconds with that before you have rushers coming in and trying to sack you.
I agree. And we're going to have another Archbishop Wood player get up slowly out there. Second down here for Conwell Egan now. Snap. Kimbrell looking, being rushed again. He's tripped up, but he runs ahead. He's able to kind of break through another tackle and get a gain. There for Conwell Egan. It's going to turn into third down now with 7:05 to go here in a fourth. So just as we talked about, Aubrey looking a little bit slow. He's able to run up there and get himself a 5-yard gain. Snap. Hand it off. Running up the middle there, spinning ahead, and eventually brought down. Joseph again. Short. It's going to be fourth down now.
I think Conwell Egan has to go for it right here. They're down 4 scores with 6 minutes remaining.
I agree. And I think if you're Conwell Egan here now, you come up with some kind of play that you're going to be able to take with you in the next few weeks. Try to do something a little bit different here, see what may work. Worst you do is you don't convert. You're already down by 4 possessions at this point. Seeing, maybe if they had that trick play up their sleeve that they haven't used yet, this may be the perfect time to do so. Snap there. Kimbrell with it. He fires along over to the far side and just out of the reach there. So, incomplete pass and a turnover on downs here for Conwell Egan with 5:47 to go. There's the snap. The pitch. Outside is Wood. They're gaining. They got themselves the first down now. They're eventually brought down over the far way. Montgomery, the ball carrier, is there for Archbishop Wood.
Yard gain with our 42 of Conwell Egan and a Viking first down.
Hand off again. We're moving up. About 3. A little extra pushing and shoving after there.
Three-yard gain to the 39. Signal 7, Archbishop Wood. At the Conwell Egan Catholic 39.
Second down here for Conwell Egan, for Archbishop Wood rather, 4:20 to go. Snap near side and incomplete.
37 for the Vikings at Eagles 39.
Conwell Egan looking to get their third straight loss. Who needs to be that star player next week to get them back on track?
Star player. I'm gonna say Aubrey. I'm gonna say he's gonna get back into it and get out of his head. And I think he's gonna get back next game and start playing like a real like who he is.
I completely agree. Aubrey, recently coming back from injury, give him another week to kind of get mentally back into it. That will also open up Abu Fafana to really shine out on that field with not getting many targets so far this game. It's really been a big question of why they're not targeting such a valuable player right there.
I agree. No Buffon not really getting the ball too much here on offense. Down to 3:35 to go here. Archbishop Wood wasting as much clock as they possibly can. Again, join us at Top Golf on Wednesday from 6 to 8. That supports our campus ministry team as they are going to NCYC in Indianapolis later in November. That's 2 hours of Top Golf. We have a flag here on the play, but 2 hours of Top Golf with free drinks, and they say come hungry. Is booby food available?
4th and 13 for the Vikings at Eagles 45.
So 4th and 13 now. A deliberate penalty there from Archbishop Wood that is going to allow them to turn the ball over here to Conwell Egan. Buffon in the backfield taking all the returns this afternoon. Set downfield and stopped at around the 2-yard line. Looked like it was going to go into the end zone, but it did not. There's a 2:56 to go here in the fourth quarter. $2:56 to go, 1st and 10 from the Conwell Egan 2. There's the snap, rushing up the middle, able to gain a few. Also, everyone carried the ball there. Gets an 8-yard gain now. They're at the 10-yard line. Bobby Kimbrell still in there for Conwell Egan. Oh, check that. Steven Slivka has the handoff there. Ruin near side and brought down. 1st down there, and A.J. Rhymes is going to be hurt on the play. Rhymes, the carrier went down the hard. He is going to get off though and slowly walk off the sideline. 13-yard gain and a 13-yard gain there, and he's off. There's 2 minutes to play now here in the final quarter. Slivka and that quarterback here for Aubrey Kimbrough. Takes the snap, hands it off again. More room there. Going to the outside now is Dane Osterberry. First down and more as he's forced out at around the 41. Nice carry there by Dane.
18-yard gain and a third one and a season first down. First down and 10 Eagles ground for the win.
First and 10, snap. Hand it off again, but that's not going to go anywhere.
Long back time, 39, 7 and 12 for Eagles at row 39. Last minute to play in this period.
He flags there before start against Conwell Egan.
Bringing ball back to the 34-yard line. Spin on 17 Eagles at their own 34.
Another handoff there, brought down. It's Osterberry.
1 yard loss back to the 30.
Down about 40 seconds here.
38.
Where 13 seconds to go here now. One final play for Conwell Egan. There's the snap. It's a handed off to the near side. Osterberry getting quite a few yards, but that is how we will end this game. So it will be a final Archbishop Wood 28, Conwell Egan nothing. So Egan having a tough game here. Not really able to get much going. This is one of those where you just got to chalk it up to a loss, regroup, and figure out what you're going to do next week. Any final thoughts on today's game, guys?
I definitely could say our offense, passing, and holding on to the ball too long are definitely two major factors of why we lost this game. And I say on defense, um, I say our D line could definitely use some work and definitely our O line a little bit. But overall, I think game was alright. It wasn't bad, but I think we just could have done better.
One thing I really think that they could improve on from this week is protecting their quarterback. They really just did not give Auburn much time to work with. And when he did have time, there was no one really open for him to throw to, and he was really just trying to make plays happen. On the defense side, just really just like closing up that space between the wide receivers and tight ends was you can't leave those guys open and just leave them open downfield because that's where you saw Archbishop Wood taking advantage. They were just really making those deep plays downfield. And overall for the team, it's just breaking down, really just making sure you have the main stuff done. Like your mechanics have to stay strong throughout the game. You can't have them break down when you're this far down in a game. You gotta just really stay up there.
All right, so Conwell Egan tough loss here this afternoon. A final score of 28-0. We'll be back in action next Saturday night at 7 p.m. at Widener University as they take on Newman Gretty. The next two games are big as it's going to determine district standings. We thank you for joining us here on the Eagle Eye Network. I'm Dan Connor, joined by Matt Fitzgerald and John Ribble. Have a good night and enjoy the rest of your weekend.